the Kenya fuel shortage. Now, Kenyan motorists at the Busia border are now rushing to buy fuel from Uganda following a shortage in their country. Solomon Muita, the principal communications officer at the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, says that this won't disorganize the fuel business outflow in the country. Let's have the details.
Motorists from Uganda have been crossing the border into Kenya in Malaba and Busia to buy petrol and diesel as fuel prices remain high in the country. The development is a new turn of events, says. Mostly it is Kenyan motorists and border riders who are crossing into Uganda to buy the product because of the high fuel prices in Kenya. Solomon Muita, the principal communications officer from the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, in an interview with the Smart 24 television, says that this won't disorganize the fuel business outflow in the country, for they are flocking the country due to fuel shortage.
Expensive, but it's there. Kenya has the problem we had in January, that they have a shortage right now. So the Kenyans, the few Kenyans coming to Uganda are only coming to Uganda because they can't find fuel at some of their stations. So the Kenyans near the border have no choice, but they can come into Uganda near Busia or Malaba and pick fuel because they can't find it at their stations.
The shortage of fuel is causing a hike in prices, particularly in the capital of Nairobi. Reports suggest that matatu operators have had to wait for hours to fill their vehicles, with many petrol stations running out of petrol and diesel. The worst affected region is Western Kenya. According to experts, the shortage could take 3 weeks to stabilize and fuel supplies return to normal. Some petrol stations also implemented a fuel cap per customer.
Now, the difference between Kenya and Uganda, because our market determines its price depending on the trends, our oil marketing companies have been able to stock, and their counterparts in Kenya are waiting for the subsidy from the government to have enough stocks. That's how Kenya ran a bit short on supply. But Uganda has the supply right now because we are getting fuel from the pipeline. The major disruption we had at our borders, we resolved it. It is true the price is a bit high because it's high everywhere. That is what is in the market. There's nothing much we can do about that. But the shortage in Kenya has not affected us, and I think it's not going to affect us.
The scarcity at many fuel stations in Kenya means that those that have it are selling it expensively. Earlier this year, Uganda experienced a fuel shortage blamed on strict COVID-19 restrictions for transporters at the borders with Kenya. The prices are still high. The Ugandan government has been accusing private fuel dealers of hoarding the product, creating a shortage that led to the increase in price. But Muita says that this is not true.
I can tell you with confidence that there is no hoarding in Uganda because we don't have very big storage facilities. You can only hoard when you have very large storage. It means you bring stock, put it somewhere and keep it there. But what you're seeing now is not a shortage in Uganda. There is no shortage in Uganda. Every station right now you can go and pick your fuel. It's there. It might be a little expensive, but it's there. Kenya has the problem we had in January, that they have a shortage right now. So the Kenyans, the few Kenyans coming to Uganda are only coming to Uganda because they can't find fuel at some of their stations. So the Kenyans near the border have no choice, but they can come into Uganda near Busia or Malaba and pick fuel because they can't find it at their stations.
Petson Mumbere, Smart 20.